The world of comics is a beautiful thing to explore. Many of us have grown up surrounded by heroes from all sorts of comics out there, and nobody does it better than Marvel or DC. In this video, we bring you the face-offs that our favorite heroes have had against each other in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Welcome to Binge TV. Today we'll be counting down our picks from the top 10 hero versus hero fights in the MCU. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to turn on notifications for more great videos like this one. Without further ado, let's begin. Number 10. Thor vs. Hulk, The Avengers. In the very first movie of the infamous superhero squad, everything is in the initial stages. Nick Fury is struggling to gather up all the good guys in one place. Although Thor and Bruce Banner have already met before, Thor has yet to meet the other side of Mr. Banner, the Hulk. After his transformation, a small chase ensues where the Hulk gallops after Natasha Romanoff, then is suddenly flown into by Thor, who comes in just in time. Multiple fists are thrown at each other, and of course, the Hulk had superior strength on his side. Thor, on the other hand, had speed and his handy-dandy hammer Mjolnir. This helped him to even up the fight and wallop the Hulk around for a bit with it. After an exchange of a Harrier wing for Mjolnir, the Hulk tries to pick up the hammer, not knowing that it owes its loyalty only to Thor. In vain, he gets distracted, leading up to a decent choke by Thor. After changing floors and a single jump on the Hulk's back, Thor loses his ground, and the Hulk starts throwing him around like a rag doll. An F-35 intervenes and saves Thor as Hulk jumps out of the helicarrier and onto the jet, making his way down to the ground in style. Number 9. Black Widow vs. Hawkeye, The Avengers. A battle between two of the only normal people in the Avengers and a test of true combat skills. A brainwashed Hawkeye is seen strolling on a railway and is suddenly being tailgated silently by a Black Widow. Unfortunately, Hawkeye was too alert at the time and pulled out his bow into Natasha's face. She easily blocks it and misses an arrow. A full-on fistfight breaks out, with both of them using all their available elements against their opponents. Hawkeye ends up losing his bow and pulls out a small butter knife against one of the most highly trained assassins in the world. You connect the dots. Where do you think this one ends up? With Hawkeye's face slammed into the railing. It seems like the brainwashing is worn off after that faceplant, but Natasha makes sure to double-check and punches his lights out for good measure. Number 8. Ant-Man vs. Falcon, Ant-Man. Sent to steal a signal decoy tech, Scott Lang stumbles upon the Falcon at an Avengers facility. After a brief exchange of only Ant-Man's name and mission, the fight finally erupts as Ant-Man punches him and jumps off the building and into the grass below. The Falcon, depending highly on his goggles to spot Ant-Man in the grass, quickly spots the little man and starts stomping him like an insect. After unsuccessful stumps, he whips out his dual guns and starts banging away at Ant-Man, who is hiding on his gun's barrel. After bashing each other for a few seconds, they both run inside the warehouse. The Ant-Man sneaks inside his suit and starts messing with his gadgets, causing him to fly into the ground and ending the fight. Number 7. War Machine vs. Iron Man, Iron Man 2. Seeing the party going out of control and a drunken Tony start misusing the privilege of Iron Man, Rhodey starts taking things into his own hands. After suiting up in an Iron Man suit and clearing the guest rooms, the fight begins with both of them flying into the next room gym. Rhodey and Tony use weights to pull each other down, but to no avail, and War Machine knocks him to the floor above them. Miss Potts is seen confronting the undercover Natalie when suddenly both the heroes fall out of the ceiling and in front of everyone. A lumpy brawl takes place with the Iron Man ramming Rhodey's head onto the shelf, keeping him down for a second to scare away the guests out of frustration. After a sink on the head to Tony, they both finish it off with a conjoined repulse beam causing a huge blast, and Rhodey flying off with the suit. Number 6. Iron Man vs. Hulk, Avengers: Age of Ultron. One of the greatest big boy fights to bless our screens. Tony Stark brings out his latest suit at the time, which is rightfully called the Hulk Buster. The brainwashed Hulk, who is already in rage, kicks it off by casually throwing a car at Tony, followed by a punch. A fight laced in savagery follows, and the Hulk Buster ends up losing an arm. Fortunately, Tony keeps a spare and instantly gets a new arm and counters the Hulk's punch with his own, causing a shockwave. Tony then flies off with the Hulk in an attempt to clear the vicinity, but the Hulk causes them to crash into a building. After a lift to the head and a punch for a double measure, the more enraged Hulk spits out a tooth, and a scared Tony softly apologizes because he knew what was about to come. An absolute bashing is delivered by the Hulk on the Hulk Buster, slowly crumbling its armor. Yet again, they both fly off and Tony drops the Hulk in an under-construction skyscraper, bringing it down on top of the Hulk. The dazed Hulk emerges and seems to be calmed, but the weapons just take him off once more. Just in time, Tony delivers a knockout punch to him and finally puts the Hulk to sleep. Number 5. The Winter Soldier vs. Captain America, Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The fight begins with the Captain storming in to save Black Widow from the Winter Soldier. The Captain and the Winter Soldier are on par with each other, as both of them are highly trained combat fighters. Not to mention, both of them have special cards they can put into play. Where the Captain possesses greater strength, speed, and sense of justice, Bucky, the Winter Soldier, is hardwired to kill the Captain, who happens to be his only mission. Add with that a metallic robotic arm, and you have someone who can trade punches with the Captain. The soldier shows his great set of skills when it comes to using guns, as he has the direct aim of the Captain at all times during the fight. He also manages to steal the shield off of the Captain and throws it at him, barely missing him. The couple continue to trade punches and is suddenly cut in by the Falcon, who punches the soldier aside, and the Black Widow scares him away with a grenade launcher straight to the car next to him. This concludes their fight. Number 4. Captain America vs. Captain America, Avengers Endgame. What better chance to prove to yourself that you're better than your past self, am I right? The two captains go at it, where the past one thinks he's encountered Loki. Instead of waiting for an explanation, the mirror fight begins, and both cast their shields at each other. Having only their fists to do the talking for them, both the captains start brawling. Kicking the Tesseract down the building, both the twins follow it by falling directly down. Then when it seems like it's done for the present captain, he tells the old captain from the past that Bucky is alive. Leaving him in shock, he disorients him with a punch and puts him to sleep with a touch of the Tesseract. Number 3. Scarlet Witch vs. Vision, Captain America Civil War. Though Wanda and Vision were both dating at this point in the MCU, when the confrontation between Steve Rogers and Tony Stark erupted in Captain America Civil War, the two faced off in a one-on-one brawl. Captain America ordered Hawkeye to smuggle Wanda out of Avengers HQ, where she was being kept captive. Taking Iron Man's side in the Sokovia Accords debate, Vision believed it was best for Scarlet Witch to stay indoors for her own and others' safety. Unfortunately, she and the rest of Team Cap looked like they were being held captive. Scarlet Witch didn't hesitate to go after Clint Barton after Vision had conveniently neutralized him by putting him to sleep. Vision was sent several stories down the building after she used her abilities against him. Number 2. Hulk vs. Thor, Thor Ragnarok. The Avengers matchup between Hulk and Thor didn't provide a straightforward winner. Sadly, the rematch years later in Thor Ragnarok didn't have any further insight on who really is the stronger of the two heroes. When the God of Thunder was forced to compete in Sakaar's contest of champions, he was happily shocked to see Hulk across the arena from him. Despite their history, the Green Rage creature was not kind to him. Although the Hulk seemed to be the victor, it's worth noting that the Grandmaster interjected as the clash neared its conclusion, tasing Thor and granting Bruce Banner's alter ego an edge. Number 1. Team Iron Man vs. Team Cap, Captain America Civil War. In Captain America Civil War, the conflict between Iron Man and Captain America over the Sokovia Accords resulted in the airport fighting in Germany, where they and their respective allies faced off against each other in a dramatic battle. Although it seems the heroes are still holding off on attacking each other, it remains one of the most unforgettable battle scenes in the MCU. Team Captain America won after being outmanned by Team Iron Man, but not because they beat the opposing team. This is because, rather than being captured and taken back to Thunderbolt Ross, Bucky Barnes and Steve Rogers were able to escape the fight due to Black Widow switching sides at the last minute. So, what are your thoughts on these hero versus hero fights? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, make sure to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time for more.